Alright guys, here they are. We got our turkeys. Bronze Orlop there. We got all the Cornish cross chickens there. So we're just gonna kind of grab them like so. It's okay, buddy. Walk them all the way over here. And then put them in the fence. Just like that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of them. I'll be back. So I had them all contained. We went to dinner. And as you can see, there's quite a few that are out. I honestly think there's more out that I can't see just yet. They're probably in the trees there because that does not look like, or this does not look like 46 chickens. So that's fun. So I found them. Just lazying back here in the trees. As you can see, our fence idea truly did not work. They're just sitting on it, letting all the other ones get in and out. I'm gonna walk around with their feeder and see if there's only a few stragglers left that we can't. They keep hiding in the trees. Okay. Okay, we'll deal with it in a minute. Stop, 40, stop, back up. So what the chickens are doing with that net is, since it's not electrified, they're just essentially piling on top of each other until they knock the fence down enough to get out. And so then the majority of them get out and there's a couple stuck in. What we're gonna do, they can't jump real high. So I'm taking these are some shells we have left over from when I moved from the storage unit into the shed. And we're just gonna clamp them together for the night. And tomorrow, and then we'll be back to grab them as we need them. while we were moving the chickens to get them ready to butcher tomorrow, one actually passed away. It got stomped on and trampled by the other ones, and it died. So what we're doing is we're actually gonna butcher it tonight, but we have not gotten our scalder and plucker set up, so we're gonna go ahead and skin this one. I've already put it in our restraining cone and cut the jugular. We are always careful to do this as humanely as possible so that it doesn't hurt the chicken any more than it has to, and we want the chicken to just die humanely when it does. So while we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and get a couple things set up. Well, this is letting the blood drain out, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to the table and start cutting the skin off. We should use this butcher table. It's the one we bought before, and we're just going to skin it this time, just to prevent having to get all the stuff out for one chicken tonight. So right now I'm going to go ahead and remove the head. I'm finding a joint between I guess the spinal cords, and then I'm going to cut through the cartilage there rather than trying to cut through bone. Then I go ahead and find the bottom of the rib cage, or I turn it back so the chicken's laying on its back. Then I find the bottom of the rib cage, and I'm going to slice sideways, being careful not to cut my finger. So just going through the skin, and the only spot, one of the only spots the skin is attached is right there on the sternum. I don't know if it's called the sternum on a chicken, but be where my sternum is. Cut a little more of the skin open. Alright. Okay, now I've separated it so you can clearly see. Here are the two chicken breasts. Really good. So I'm just gonna keep pulling this away. And on the back it starts to get attached where the wings are.
That meat looks incredible.
So you can pull pretty hard without hurting the chicken, like hurting any of the meat or tearing anything, except what you want to tear. You want to be careful not to like grab sections of the meat. You want to kind of grab the whole chicken when you do pull. So the legs are pretty much done, but you want to do the wings first so that you can cut the legs and the and all the skin and feathers off at the same time. So I always try to get it all the way around the joint so you can see my thumb poking through here. Then you can really give it a pull. Sometimes it does tear like it just did. Some chicken breeds seem to be better to skin than others. I don't necessarily recommend skinning the Cornish cross based on this one's experience. This is the first Cornish cross I skinned, but the feathers are kind of staying on the wing a lot more than on the other. I guess we've skinned what are they, production reds. Those ones skinned really well, but I'm trying to pull all the base of the feathers out. I'll go ahead and cut this last section off. So the knives I purchased or chose to purchase are Victorinox. They're made in Switzerland. They're really high rated knives. I bought one of the kits, which has a set of scissors and a whole bunch of stuff that is really more than I would need. If you guys are interested in more of the stuff we use and what we found helpful and what we found would be more of a waste of money or time, feel free to comment below and we'd love to share that with you. We'll kind of just give you tidbits here and there of everything. The wings, in my opinion, are the hardest part to get around. Or I guess when you're skinning them, anyways. Just really get good grip on the back side. This wing's doing the same thing. Curious if any of you guys have ever tried to skin a Cornish cross. Did you have the same issue with the feathers just sticking? Because even when I pull all the skin off, it just, you can see the skin came off.
You can see on that one too.
But it just stays, the feathers. Obviously, with our plucker, that isn't so much of an issue because we scald them. And it comes off much easier, but these ones, it's a bugger. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one and set it aside as well. Everyone in our family likes a different kind of meat, pretty much. My wife likes white. I like kind of everything. Some of the kids like dark. Comment below if you like dark meat, like if you like white meat, and then subscribe if you like it all. Alright, so now I've got it down the back, and the butt feathers are sticking just like the arms were. Now we're at the foot. What I do on these joints is one, I make sure to get all the way around past the joint. And then I break it going the opposite way. Cut it. Continue. Oop, the bone broke. And cut through the cartilage. Do any of you guys like chicken feet? I've never tried it. Kind of want to, but also a little scared, to be honest.
And does boiling chicken feet actually smell super bad?
A buddy of mine who thinks they're the best, but Still have yet to try it. Okay. So there's the chicken. We clean it now. Get it ready to, holy legs.
That's what I'm saying. We'll wait at the end and let y'all know.
Once we get to this stage, we have all the skin off. We've cleaned the vast majority of the feathers off. We go ahead and cut just below the sternum. There's a really thin layer, I don't know if you want to show it or not, but a really thin layer of, I don't know what it's called, membrane, that you just cut through, but you don't want to cut too deep because you'll start cutting through all the innards. And I just keep going a little bit at a time, just enough so I can get my hands inside and start pulling out the guts. I'm gonna try and save each thing for you. This is the lung, one of them. Or most of one of them, anyways. There's the other one. I have no idea what this one is. I have to look that one up. It was gallbladder. There's a heart. Wait. What? That's ours. So cute. One. So this here's the gizzard. A lot of people like the gizzard. It's another thing I have never tried. I'm gonna go ahead and save all the gizzards from this, and we can either sell it, give it away, or eat it ourselves if we like it. But we got this chicken. It's about ready to go. We're gonna give it another cleaning, get it really good and clean. Oop. A little piece of something left in here. Okay. Go ahead and put that aside.
And we compost all of the feathers, guts, blood, all of it.
So that's just gonna have to move. So at this point, if we were going to have a whole chicken, there's a little bit of skin left that we would get. That couple pieces here and there. Now that it's really clean, I could grab. Go ahead and clean all this up. I'll rinse it one last time. Forgot my apron, so I'm getting a little wet.
Oh my word, that was perfect. The thing caught on the table.
So there's a whole chicken. If that's the way you want to do it. Get your thighs, your legs, which are huge. Get your wings, which are actually, this one's a really good sized wing. While having such big legs, man, their legs are like, they skipped arm day. You get your breasts, it's a really good size. And then you can save the backbone for stock. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready and we're gonna part it out. So you'll be left with the wings and then 2 pieces of leg and the breasts, and then we'll have the backbone left over for stock. First thing we're gonna do is take the legs and thighs off. What you wanna do is you wanna cut a little slit here, and then you separate where that joint is. So now you can see the bone here where it's separated, and then you just cut through that. Now you have the leg and the thigh. Once you get to this point, you have your thigh, and then you have your chicken leg.
And we're actually going to leave ours like this because we want to grill them like this. Oh. Yes. But you can show them what you would do if...
But if you were to want to process them further, you would get them on the end, from the inside. You see that there's a fat layer here. You'd want to cut right through that. It's that white line right here. And that's where the joint is. So, I mean, you can put your finger here and push in and you can feel the joint. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do it again on the other side. Find the bone. Make a slit. Separate the joint. And we got 2. Okay, next thing we'll do, I believe the legs, we're gonna go ahead and do, or the wings next.
Good.
For the wings, you're gonna start on the inside here. You kinda wanna be lifting the wing. I know we cut off part of our wing already, but kinda wanna use the weight of the chicken, breasts, and back to help you. When you cut here, cut through, kind of find that, you can see in here where that joint is. You want to get through that joint and around. Got one wing. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So you can start on the inside. Same thing as fat line you want to follow. There we go. Cutting through there. And the wing. All right, to get the breasts off, you're gonna make a slit up the middle. And then you're gonna come over here and follow this fat line here. You're gonna want to cut there and just kind of let the breast fall off.
I also noticed this chicken doesn't smell like the other one, the roosters did. Did you notice that?
I mean, neither of them smell bad, but... So I'm not super good at this. And we will be wasting a little bit of meat.
I'm gonna boil that so we won't. But...
Or, you know, as chicken breasts. And I'm just kind of cutting where I see bone, trying to get right up against the bone.
Looks good.
Good. right up on that back spine. Chicken breast. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this side. Right up that fat line. Big old vein.
It's a tendon.
A tendon, really. Whatever. Are you sure?
Yeah, you can put a fork through that and pull it out really easy.
What did she say?
It's right there. That's where they make the chicken tenderloin. And you can just put a fork in that and pull it out.
Alright, we've got another chicken breast the size of my hand.
That's crazy.
Then you can use this. This is just a little bit of leftover meat that I didn't get, but mostly just bones and.
And I'm gonna boil that for bone broth and can it.
The breasts are 1.5 pounds.
Do you want to turn the scale so we can see too?
Make sure it's good. I'm going to try to get all of it stacked on top. Okay, so 1.5. And we have the legs and thighs at 1.5, so it's 3. And remember the wings 0.25. So we got 4 pounds of meat, but then if we were to give it this as a whole chicken, it would be 5.5 pound chicken.
Yeah.
Benefit of the gizzard.
Nothing.
Quarter of a pound. Alright, so that's that for the night. I'm gonna clean this up, sanitize it, and get it ready for the morning. We have 45 more to go.